Welcome back, everybody, and finally the international break is over, so we can get back to playing the game we love or hate depending on how we're doing this season. And yeah, we've had a lot of news the past few days. So we know that Cunha's out, Sar's out. Today we heard about Strand Larsen, Ait Nouri, even DI might not feature. I just called my mom earlier, she's also injured. Everybody's injured. Everybody. I don't know how we're gonna play this game this week, but I have made my transfer. I've used 1 out of 2 to transfer Cunha out. I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, this video is going to be about my team selection, my transfer thoughts, and also I've updated my or the wildcard I would go for if I was wildcarding this game week. So guys, just to quickly go over my team in general, I had 2 free transfers. I still have all my chips to play. I'm 5.8 million in the world, not having the best of starts, but I personally feel I've been super unlucky, especially last week when I captained Cunha and he got injured in the first 30 minutes at home to Burnley. But yeah, without further ado, and you know, I'm not gonna do one of those, you know, hide the player and then whatever. I'm just gonna spoil it. It's Mbeumo, okay? I've transferred in Mbeumo for Cunha. And before you guys execute me, hear me out. I didn't want to get, you know, Mbeumo. He wasn't my first option. My first option was Sar, but that's before he got injured. My other options, I really thought of Ndiaye because he's also at 6.5, similar to Sar, and he's on penalties, and Everton are looking like a very good attacking side. I never thought I'd ever say this, but they are. But he has a knock, and I thought, listen, I love picking players from teams that are not in Europe, all right? That I know for a fact aren't playing in midweek, won't get injured out of the blue. And I was down to 2 teams. It was between United and Bournemouth. I am biased to United, but honestly, deep down, I still think we're the better attack. The way we played against Fulham, the way we played against Arsenal, the way we played against not Grimsby, I'm joking. That was terrible. But these 3 games we've had so far, Arsenal, Fulham, and Burnley, we've had the highest XG in the league. Okay? So betting on United isn't the worst thing to do, especially when they play a counter-attack style play still, and they're facing the best team to counter-attack against, because, you know, City push up really high. And Mbeumo's 90 minutes, you know, he has some set pieces, especially the corners from the right side, and he's playing very far up, and he's a super quality player. Yeah, I could have gotten Semenyo. I think it was a 50-50, but I think I would enjoy watching Mbeumo more, and that's just a personal opinion. I'm not advising you guys to get Mbeumo. I'm just saying that's what I like to do. If you guys were in the same situation, I'd advise you to get Semenyo. But we each have different tastes and different styles. So without further ado, I'll just quickly go over the team. So Sells, we're stuck with him. I'm stuck with him. I'm not going to do any goalkeeper transfers, even though I have a second transfer, by the way. Yeah, I think I'll just keep him. Doesn't matter at this stage. Away to Arsenal, you never know. In new manager bounce, they might pull something out of the bag. Richards at home, Sunderland, perfect. I'm playing Diouf because I don't want to double on Spurs. I'm happy playing just Porro. And of course, I'll wish the game ends 0-0, but doesn't really matter. I think West Ham at home might be... they should start to play better after the last game against Nottingham Forest. I think they're getting their chemistry right, maybe. Yeah, I might actually change Van de Ven, put him back. That's the decision I'll keep till tomorrow. But yeah, Captain Salah, easy. Mbeumo we just bought. Fernandes I'm keeping for the long run. There's no urgency to, you know, transfer him out. Reinders, he's super cheap. I'm happy. And City have a lot of injuries, so he should be playing week in, week out. Gakpo, I'm loving Gakpo, so I'm so happy I have him for this week and the next. We can think about moving Gakpo on later when Isak starts to get some minutes, which I am planning to do. You know, I'm planning to transfer out both of my Liverpool players right around game week 6 to get Haaland and maybe someone else. And finally, Mateta and Watkins. Watkins has got to do something. Game week 4, surely he doesn't blank 4 games in a row, but you never know, he might. Aston Villa don't surprise me anymore. But yeah, that's the team, and let's get to the transfer plans. So guys, I'm gonna go through my transfer plans. Yeah, so this is the team we just saw. It's I just explained it. So moving on to game week 5, we get 2 free transfers. I have 2.4 in the bank, and I don't intend to use my transfers this week or next week, sorry. The team looks very nice. The worst fixtures are Reinders away to Arsenal, but it's okay to have one bad player, or like one player with bad fixtures. It's not the end of the world, especially if he's an attacking player, and with all the injuries that City have, he should be, you know, right up there and just behind Haaland. Yeah, the other glaring issue would be the United players, but that's the last difficult week for them. The rest of the weeks should be fine, apart from Liverpool away. But again, Liverpool's defense has looked meh. Like, I'm not really afraid of them. And at least they're playing at home to Chelsea. So once again, Mbeumo away to City, I think that's a good game for him, if anything. Just because it's colored in red in the fixture ticker doesn't mean it's a bad fixture. I don't believe in those things. This is a bad fixture, but I'm willing to ride it out. It's fine, especially due to the lack of other midfielders, honestly. And he's a quality player, as I keep saying. And yeah, and then the following week they have Brentford away, so it's all looking good. Of course, he's not captain. At that point, Haaland would be captain, because we would have moved Salah down to Sar or somebody. And wait, this is broken. Oh yeah, there's okay. So yeah, Sar is just a placeholder. I'm not really gonna do that. Maybe I'll do something else, because look, we have a lot of money, so I could play around. But yeah, Salah moves down to someone, and Mateta moves up to Haaland. And yeah, the team is looking absolutely beautiful. I can even move away from Gakpo if I think that Isak or somebody else is going to take minutes off of him, because that's a good exit point for Liverpool. And the team is looking very nice, honestly. I'm actually liking the team. Game week 7, we get Gyökeres. Again, it's broken for some reason. So let me do this. Yeah, so apparently I moved Gakpo down to Arias. Again, this is just a placeholder. By then we'll have more information which players to choose from. And ultimately, the most important thing you should take away from this is that we want to get Gyökeres. And game week 7, I swear my team is looking super gorgeous. I'm loving every single player on this team. And yeah, I'm not going to go further than this, because as we've seen, we have like a million injuries happening every single week. So I don't want to plan too far ahead. All I know is wildcard 13, I'm sure of. And these next 3 or 4 game weeks, I'm sure of, the ones I just showed you. And I'm happy I have 2 free transfers going to next week. So if something bad does happen, a player gets suspended, an injury, rotation, I don't know, I can react. I think it's super important to hold some transfers going into the next few weeks. And guys, yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna now go ahead and discuss the best possible wildcard in my eyes for this game week. So guys, in terms of the wildcard, I made a video, and surprisingly, I wouldn't change a thing, because all the players I picked are still good to go. Yeah, and they look absolutely gorgeous this week. You are doubling up on Bournemouth, but it's important to note that Senesi is an absolute monster when it comes to defensive contributions. He's averaging something like 14. Averaging 4 more than what he needs. Is he gonna get 38 out of 38 in terms of DEFCON? No, of course not. But he's looking like he might get 30. I don't know, he might break the record that I guess Tarkovsky holds, because if you count last year's. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Anyways, it's fine. You can always change Petrovic to another 4.5. But yeah, I think it's pretty important to have Salah, so you don't have to hide behind your couch when you watch the Liverpool game, especially this week and next week. And Haaland is an absolute beast. Reinders is cheap. There's not much to discuss, I swear. I think it's pretty straightforward. It explains itself, this wildcard. We have gone for Semenyo. I wish he was cheaper, but yeah, I hate paying 7.4 for Semenyo, because he does have a purple patch, and I'm used to him in the past just then dying out and is just not doing anything anymore. But they do have good fixtures. He's a quality player. I personally prefer Mbeumo, but that's me. But I think it's just a coin toss for me personally. And in this case, because you don't have enough money, just go for Semenyo. I'm just gonna quickly go through the weeks. So game week 5 is the only game week where you would need to go 4 at the back, just because Reinders has Arsenal away. And if you do trust City to get something, then just play Reinders, I guess. And I think Senesi should start, even though you're doubling up on Bournemouth defense against Senesi. If he gets those defensive contributions, that's 4 points right there. And he also has a nice header to him if he, if they get a lot of corners and set pieces. So the team is looking very, very nice. You still have the best captain. Game week 6, you already have Haaland. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, you got 2 Liverpool, but at that stage you have three free transfers. And it's not the end of the world to have Salah on your team. You're not complaining because you have Salah. So it's not that bad. And yeah, the team looks amazing. Game week 7 is when we switch over to our 3 Arsenal, because they play West Ham. And we use all 4 transfers, and this is what the team looks like. Now I've moved Fernandes in. However, you could do something else if you don't like the United players, or if they're not looking good at all at that point. And yeah, the team's looking gorgeous. Game week 8, still looking gorgeous. You got Haaland captain. You've covered all your spots. Fernandes Liverpool away, but that looks like a guaranteed DEFCON, so that's 4 points. And if he gets a cheeky penalty, then you're in luck. That's if he puts it away and the referee doesn't bump into him. God forbid. Game week 9, gorgeous. Again, you got your 3 Arsenal, your 2 Chelseas. I have Isak here, but I don't want to keep going forward with this because, again, like, so many injuries are happening. So many things that we haven't, predicted are happening. So it's very hard to plan that far ahead, but when you're wildcarding this early, you gotta plan for this exact game week, because that's when the fixtures swing insanely for City and Liverpool. And again, this is just an example, game week 13. Of course, by the time you get to this game week, there's no way in hell that your team's gonna look like this, because a lot of injuries would have happened, or suspensions, or rotations and stuff. But I'm just showing you what's possible, and then it's up to you. Of course, I'll help you out. I'll make videos every single week and update this the team selections, the transfer plans and stuff based on what happens. But I think the safest and the best wildcard to go for would be this, in my eyes. So yeah, that was it in terms of the video. These are my best transfer plans that I could come up with, the best wild card that I think could carry your team forward, and yeah, everything else. One last thing, guys, I am going live tomorrow with my brand new show, which is the FPL Blind Challenge. So I won't watch any games. In fact, I'll be streaming live, and you guys can watch me watch the highlights for the first time. So yeah, I'll be staying away from my phone, or at least not looking at scores, and avoiding literally everybody around me because they watch football. But yeah, so I can't wait to do that. I'll be doing it. I'll try to do it every single week, especially if it kicks off well and people like it. But do try to catch it tomorrow after the Chelsea game. I will be reacting live without having seen any of the games. Hopefully you guys found this content useful. If you did, please like and subscribe and all that stuff. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you later. Good luck this week and take care. Bye bye.